Everybody.
Good. Well, yeah, welcome everybody. Good evening. Thank you all for joining today on our Wellness Wednesday. So just to recap, we do these Wellness Wednesdays every Wednesday evening at 8:30. And we try to do a different topic. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about the 101 essential oils and then talking about immune support. But then every other Wednesday, we also try to talk about a product. So next week, we're going to be talking about the Digest Zen product line and then talking about the oil of the month. So, stay tuned. We kind of rotate our Wellness Wednesday topics. But feel free to type in the chat, or if you have a question, or feel free to unmute yourself. This is going to be very informal, but we'll try to make it short, sweet, and fun. So most of you know who I am, and I'm just going to really quickly go over just the basics of essential oils and the three cool things about essential oils. And number one, they are natural and safe. So we know that our essential oils are, from plants, and they are compounds, chemical constituents that are extracted from roots, flowers, seeds, barks, really all areas of the plant. And they're very concentrated. So that makes them very, very potent. So if any of you have tried peppermint essential oil, just one drop is the equivalent to drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea. So just that's how potent these are. But again, they're 100% safe and natural because doTERRA source these from around the world where those plants grow best. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about, and most of you know this, is the certified pure therapeutic grade CPTG that doTERRA offers. And basically that just is every bottle is tested for any impurities and any, no foreign contaminants, just to make sure they're 100% pure and natural and safe. So that peppermint oil is actually just peppermint. There's nothing added, nothing taken away. So that's really the key difference. And it goes through all of these different tests that's here on the screen. And if anything fails, it's not, sold to the public. So, but once they pass through all those tests, and they're sold and they're in our hands, we can feel very comfortable and safe that these are the most pure and potent essential oils on the market. Now, number two, the second cool thing is that these essential oils, most of you know that they're more effective than modern medications. And I'm just going to quickly talk about that because essential oils work on a cellular level in our body. And so the reason why they are more effective is, if we have a cell in our body, our cells are covered by the oily cell membrane. And if we are sick and we have a bacteria, that's going to be on the outside of our cells. So typically, you go to the doctor, your doctor will prescribe you an antibiotic, and most likely, you'll take it for 7 to 10 days and that bacteria will go away. And however, when you're taking antibiotics, as you know, that can have really side effects, wreaking havoc to our gut, to our immune system. And it's just, there's so many side effects. So from that, so really the essential oils work differently and help us and really give us so many more benefits. If we have a virus, for example, viruses actually penetrate our cells and they duplicate the DNA on the inside of our cells. So if we have a virus and we go to the doctor, the reason they tell you to go home and rest and drink plenty of fluids and just take it easy is because our prescription medication, our antibiotics, are water-based. And that water and oil don't mix. So they have a really hard time to penetrate that cell and to kill that virus, right? So essential oils are different. They can penetrate that cell wall and, as I said earlier, get into the cellular level and basically be very effective at stopping that duplication of the virus. So it's really, really effective. There's some great information on aromaticscience.com. I'd highly recommend you to check that out. And then the third cool thing about essential oils is they're often more affordable. So if you think about it, most of us have copays or a high deductible health plan, maybe, or copays for our prescription. So let's say, it costs to go see the doctor and to get a fill a prescription. Let's say that's going to cost us at least, $50 to $75. So that's not even taking into consideration, the time to go to the doctor, the gas that you had to spend in your car, or maybe you had to take off work to go to the doctor. So there are so many costs added up when you think about it. So, when someone in my family gets sick, for example, an ear infection, I use tea tree oil and lavender, a drop of each. I'll put it, behind the ear bones a couple times of using that. And typically that will clear it up and really help. And that's usually like less than $1. So it's really awesome that you can have these natural solutions available to help you kind of solve whatever comes up. And like I said, it is more affordable. I mean, we save probably hundreds and hundreds of dollars just by being able to turn to these natural solutions and be able to solve them without having to go to the doctor, especially nowadays when we're trying to limit going out of the house and trying to, stay home as much as possible. And then I quickly wanted to go over the 3 ways we can use essential oils. So the first way is aromatically. And the aromatically, if everybody just puts their finger right above the bridge of their nose, that is where your olfactory nerve is. And that nerve connects to your brain, your limbic system. So when we breathe in natural compounds from essential oils, it goes through our olfactory nerve into our brain and then throughout our body. And that happens very quickly, like in as little as 30 seconds. So if you think about it, when we go to the dentist and we need to be put under or, have some sort of, laughing gas to be able to calm down or, to be able to treat our services, they don't give you a shot. They don't give you a pill. They put, those, the mask over your nose and mouth and tell you to take some deep breaths in. And in as little as 30 seconds, you're going to start to feel that lethargic, relaxing, state. So that's how these essential oils work, same way. So when we're breathing in these natural compounds, it just does wonders for our body, emotionally, physically, all around. So aromatically, we can use, put a few drops, the palms of our hands. You can take a few deep breaths, in your nose and just inhale, and it feels really great. You can put them in a diffuser. I love this. I think one of our other leaders mentioned this, where she puts a drop of eucalyptus or breathe on the shower floor, takes a hot shower, and it's a great way to kind of have that spa environment. So there are so many ways we can use these essential oils aromatically and just breathing them in. So that's the first way. And then the second way we can use essential oils is on our skin, so topically. So there are so many benefits by using them on our skin. It's always a really good idea, and we highly recommend to dilute your essential oils with a carrier oil. We like to use fractionated coconut oil, but honestly, any carrier oil you have, it will do. If, olive oil, avocado oil, any sort of carrier oil. We like the fractionated coconut oil because it's so smooth on the skin and it doesn't leave that greasy feel to it. So it's really great. Anybody with sensitive skin or even small children, I always, on my baby and my children, I always dilute them because your skin might be sensitive to some of the oils. So some of the key areas on your body you'll see on that screen, there's, maybe the back of your neck, the temples, your chest, your tummy area, your lower back, your legs, your bottom of your feet as well. The bottom of our feet is a great way to put essential oils because our pores on the bottom of our feet are so large and they can really soak up those essential oils and it can get into our bloodstream super quickly. Especially if there's an oil that you want to use for its benefits, but you don't really like the smell. For me, it's frankincense. It's not a super, appealing smell to me, but I know it has so many benefits and I need it. So I'll put it on the bottom of my feet, put my socks and shoes on, and be good. And I don't really have to kind of smell it, just personally, that's just my preference. So that's the second way. And then the third way is we can actually use these essential oils, and actually doTERRA, I would recommend only internally. And the reason I say doTERRA only is because we know where these oils are sourced from. We know the quality, the purity, and the potency, and that CPTG standard. So we can feel very safe to be able to ingest these essential oils. Lemon, lavender, peppermint, for example, great for seasonal allergies. These can be taken internally and really help you, combat those seasonal threats. So you can add your essential oils to your beverages, like a hot water with some peppermint maybe, or Digest Zen or anything like that. Lemon in your water every day in the morning is a great way to start the day. You can take your essential oils in a veggie cap, purchase some empty veggie caps, make your own little concoction, and then swallow it that way. You can put the oils directly under your tongue. You can also take them as supplements, and then you can also use it in your favorite recipe. So I was saying earlier, I'm so excited. So tomorrow night, I am teaching a cooking class with essential oil. So I don't know, most of you know, I did graduate culinary school, so I love cooking and baking. So I'm super excited to be able to share with you some tips and tricks and kind of like just some fun things, how we can use our essential oils internally. So doTERRA not only allows us, they actually recommend it because there's so many benefits that we can use taking our essential oils internally. So it's really
awesome. Definitely going to want to catch that class tomorrow night at 8:30, Tara's Cooking with Oils class. I'm super excited about it. I'm supposed to have my daughter that night, so I'm going to probably catch the recording, but I'm like, I've got to see this. So that'll be really good. And she's going to highlight what she does with cooking, and it's new for us, so I'm excited.
Yes, I'm excited too. So that's a quick overview of the 3 ways we use essential oils and the 3 cool things about essential oils. So now we're gonna just dive a little deeper into immune support. So doTERRA essential oils and supplements, particularly the On Guard system, can really help strengthen and boost your immune system, thus help us avoid harmful pathogens from taking hold of our body. So we're going to talk a little bit more in detail. And then also Annabelle's going to talk about how our doTERRA products can actually help cleanse our gut and help strengthen our immune system, regulate inflammation, and improve our overall health. So these are just a few things we're going to just take a little deeper dive. So immune support. doTERRA has an amazing blend of essential oils known as the On Guard system. So On Guard has a mix of wild orange, rosemary, cinnamon, clove, and eucalyptus. And it's a really amazing blend that helps strengthen our immune system. There was a study done with On Guard, the essential oil, and they had the countertop, filled with germs, and one side was wiped down with On Guard, one side was wiped down with one of the leading cleansing agents that you find on the market. And then what they found is that, yes, both sides were clean. Of course, everything got, cleaned on both sides. However, what was very interesting is that even after 7 days, germs were not coming back to the On Guard side. So that's how amazing these oils are protecting our bodies and avoiding all those harmful pathogens. So On Guard is a great essential oil. It's one of the top oils that doTERRA offers. And then as you can see, they have a plethora of products that stem from On Guard. So hand wash, which is so important nowadays. I mean, everybody now is washing hands. I mean, that's like the big thing now. We have to wash our hands constantly. So what I love about the On Guard foaming wash, it's a foam, number one, and it doesn't really strip the bad bacteria. So it keeps those good bacteria that we need on our hands, but it doesn't really strip our hand and like make us feel dry and, kind of like not good. So I love the On Guard foaming wash. Then there's the laundry detergent. I know we talked about that earlier. It's currently unavailable. A lot of these products, when COVID hit, obviously it was unexpected for everybody. And some of these products have limited availability just because of the the hype and everybody wanting these products. So the laundry detergent's great. They also have the On Guard concentrate cleaner. I love that On Guard concentrate cleaner because it's only like $14 and you can make like 14, 15 spray bottles because you only need about a tablespoon or two with water. I'll add some extra lemon just to make it smell good, or wild orange. And it's a great way to just clean your countertops, clean your bathrooms. Anything cleaning wise is great. And then the On Guard toothpaste, as well as the On Guard mouthwash. So there's a lot of studies that clove really helps our gums and helps support our gum health. And that's in the On Guard toothpaste and the On Guard mouthwash. So those are just a little bit of highlights. Annabelle, was there anything you wanted to add?
No, that was perfect. They are definitely one of their top sellers. So if you don't have anything On Guard, it's definitely the way to go.
And I'll say too, I didn't mention the On Guard beadlets at the very bottom. So these are pretty cool. I love having them in my bag, or whenever I need like a quick boost of On Guard. There's a quarter drop of On Guard in each little beadlet. So it comes in like a little beadlet where you just pop in your mouth and just, let that essential oil go in. I love it. If you ever have like a tickle in your throat or a scratchy throat, I mean, my kids, whenever they tell me my throat's hurting, I give them the On Guard beadlets, and that seems to kind of stop things in their tracks. So whenever you're feeling that kind of throat action, reach for the On Guard beadlets. It's really great to have that on hand.
I would highly suggest that too, because especially if you run into the grocery store, first of all, you feel like you can't breathe and you feel like you want to just make sure your mouth has On Guard in there, or wherever you're going. So to pop one of each of those, and they're just so handy and inexpensive way to have that access.
Yeah.
So it's a great tip.
And then On Guard comes in a sanitizing mist. So that's another great thing to have in your bag, or especially just nowadays, sanitizers are so popular right now just because we need to make sure we sanitize all the time. So this is really great. It's a little small spray bottle that you can just take on the go and, spray and sanitize as needed. So that's another great product to have. And then I wanted to talk about, keeping with On Guard, on the far right, there's the soft gels, which I didn't talk about. This is a supplement that has On Guard, but then it has additional products in there. I believe it has Melissa, which is another immune boosting essential oil. But this is great if you are feeling the onset of something going on, something brewing. Definitely take these. You can take 2, until you feel better. Actually, I started, my husband, when phase 2 opened up and he had to go back to work, he took 2 of these every morning. I wouldn't let him leave the house. It was a drop of oregano in his mouth, and it was 2 On Guard soft gels every day, because we have little kids and I'm worried about him going, and he's a hairstylist. So he's like kind of in front of people, even though he's wearing all the, PPE protective gear, you just don't know. And I was worried about him coming home, and then we've got, 2-year-old and all of that. So that was his regimen for at least a couple months until we felt good. And he just did that. So speaking of oregano, this form is shown here as a touch. So this is a roller bottle. So anytime you see the word touch in any of the doTERRA products, it is diluted with coconut oil. So it's a little bit easier to roll on, to put on, your skin, and it's less strong. But oregano does come in a essential oil form, pure form. That is what I would have my husband take a drop under his tongue every day. So oregano has been known, also a lot of studies out there that has been known to kill viruses and really kind of just disintegrate the thing. So it's very strong. It's known as an bacterial essential oil. I'm going to talk about this tomorrow because I love putting it in my pizza and pasta sauce, and I love putting it in my soups. It's very strong, very potent, but it gives it a great flavor. I love it. I think it's like pizza in a bottle, but it's really great. And then there's Breathe, which is doTERRA's respiratory blend. So this has a combination of peppermint and eucalyptus. It's great right on the chest for any sort of congestion or asthma or breathing or even snoring. My dad uses this for his snoring, but just putting it right up on your chest or right underneath your nose is really great to help open up those airways. And again, to help support your immune system. So I'm going to turn it over to Annabelle. She's going to talk a little bit more about how our immune system helps our gut.
Thank you, Tara. That was awesome, super thorough and helpful. I want to go back to the hand sanitizer just because I have a funny story of a friend of mine that's a client, and she's a nurse too. And she, whenever she's been traveling on and off a little bit recently, and she will put the hand sanitizer, spray the whole area of her seat on the plane, and then squirt it in her mouth. And I'm not saying go ahead and squirt that in your mouth, but then again, I kind of understood her logic. So if it goes on your skin, skin's your biggest organ, it's going into the bloodstream anyway. And she's like, like in her mouth. I was like, oh my gosh, but I see her point. So just a little information there. And again, you could do that with the oil. So I'm not saying to do that, but I guess that's one thing you could do. A healthy gut. So the reason we need a healthy gut is because it directs the immune system. So it's really important that our gut stays healthy because it's our immune system, and the flora is even more important. When we do the detox, if you haven't already, I highly suggest you do it. We'll do it again in the new year. You can do it on your own regardless, but profound results because the GX Assist all the way over to the left in red is going to have oregano and some other different essential oils in it to clear out the gut, to take out parasites, heavy metals, toxins, pollutants. Oh my gosh, so much bacteria, anything you can think of that's not good that can just keep growing in the body and cause other issues and disrupt the system. It's going to clear all that out. And I will say, which kind of gross to think about, but parasites are in your food every day, especially the ones when we eat out versus the ones we're making ourselves. So something to think about for all those to-go orders that we've been doing during COVID. Then you rebuild the gut flora with PB Assist, and it's super important to have a probiotic and a prebiotic built in one, and that the way that this is encapsulated, it releases in the stomach, but also the intestinal lining. And why is that important? Because so many people have leaky gut, and it's a real thing. And a lot of our autoimmune issues are from leaky gut, and people just don't know it. And so we're walking around eating our food, and there's little holes all over our stomach and intestinal tract from chemicals and GMOs. That's what happens. It punches holes in the gut and the lining of the intestines. Then your food leaches into your bloodstream, which is not supposed to happen. So the body's like emergency and is in constant fight or flight mode, and your whole immune system and everything is shutting down, and you might get rashes, and there's all kinds of results. So we clean out with the GX Assist, we rebuild with the PB Assist. So again, it delivers to the stomach and the intestinal tract to repair. So think about them as your clean out and repair powerhouse system. It's going to help regulate everything from inflammation and the itchy skin and the dry skin, and you're going to start seeing glowing skin and more energy, and you're functioning at a higher rate. Sleep gets repaired, hormones get balanced. It's just insane how much it does. Over on the right, part of the detox that we do, which you could take daily regardless, is the Terrazyme. So the Terrazyme helps break down the food and then delivers the nutrition to the body the right way. So it just helps support the breakdown process and delivery of the nutrition. That's a big deal. Especially if you have stomach stuff or you know you're going to eat Chinese food or something like that, you can reach for these. The digestive tab is like a Tums, except for it doesn't have the junk in it, so you can relate it to that. So that's about the healthy gut. And there's so many products and information we have for you regarding that if you want some more. So reducing inflammation, Tara and I take these, and almost everybody on our team takes 2 of these every day. because turmeric is known and has been known for centuries about its reduction in inflammation properties. So the reason our turmeric is better, there's been studies on this too outside of doTERRA. You can see it's a dual chamber capsule. So part of it is the oil and part of it is the extract. And when they combine and synergistically release in the body, it kind of explodes into the system in a totally different way in the delivery system into the body to be more supportive than your average turmeric. So I highly suggest trying this if you haven't already, because inflammation is disease. So any kind of disease is inflammation. So we want to fight that forever as much as possible. It also helps with free radicals. Go ahead, Tara.
Yeah, I was just going to say, just to piggyback off of what Annabelle says, the dual chamber capsules that doTERRA offers, half of the capsule contains the tumerones, which comes from the essential oil of turmeric. And then the other half of the capsule contains curcuminoids, which come from the plant extract. So when you combine those two together, you get increased bioavailability. So there's nothing on the market that has the two combined together. And I think it's like maybe, I don't know, maybe 11 or 12% more bioavailable into our bodies. So the tumerones, I hope I say that right, support the healthy glucose metabolism, and then the curcuminoids support a healthy inflammatory response. So like I said, when you combine the two, the potency and the absorption of those nutrients really get into our body. So these work amazing.
That's a nice image. I haven't seen that before. That's really great way to
explain. So I don't know if anybody has any questions, or if they'd like to unmute or type in the chat. Feel free to ask a question, or maybe share a story or any kind of maybe aha moment or something you've had with essential oils or anything.
And just remember, your stories educate us, because we're always learning, and new oils work differently for different people. New people trying new oils. Everyone has a new, like that nurse with the On Guard spray. So feel free to share, or if you don't want to, no worries, but you can unmute yourself or you can put it in the chat. And then we'll go over some little announcements.
Hi, Annabelle. It's Patty. Hi, Tara.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm not looking presentable, so I hate to put on my videos, but I'm in my jammies. But you know what? I tried the Vitality Pack, and I'm really liking it. Annabelle, I kind of went through a couple days. I talked to you, but I'm all good now. And I think the PB Assist is a nice like companion with that. It's all been good. But I had bought the copaiba gels, and so I kind of feel like I'm taking a lot. Is that is there anything you shouldn't mix, or like, what do you guys recommend on that?
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm so glad the Lifelong Vitality Pack's going great, because that's our powerhouse. That's like our number one. We tell everybody, get on the Lifelong Vitality Pack, because if you're not taking vitamins and you're overdue, and we need the fish oil, we need the nutrition, and I'm glad it's so strong and so probiotic. So that's first off. Second of all, no, it's fine. It's absolutely fine to take the copaiba. Let me give you an example, and Tara can say the same thing. We've got the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I've got the probiotic. I've got the turmeric capsules. I've got Mitotumax. I've got an estrogen supplement. I have the bone nutrient in here. So this is my daily little regimen. I don't know if it's easy to see this, but I take about 5 to 6 pills in the morning, midday, and then in the afternoon I take the rest of them, and it supports me in an unbelievable way. And here's the problem: the soil does not contain the same nutrition it used to anymore. And because of the GMOs and the chemicals that have sprayed all over our plants and soil, they are so depleted, and we are too, because of that. So even if you're eating really clean, which is still important, you're not getting what you need in the body system. And I learned that in nutrition school. And it's really, really, really important that we supplement. So I think you're totally fine. It's not going to have any interaction problems. And the more you do to support your body, the better it can work for you.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate that. I really like that you guys do these Wednesday night things. And I don't always catch them on Wednesday, but I like the recording. So thank you for
Good.
taking time to do it. 'Cause I'm learning a lot. So thank you.
Awesome. Great to hear all that. Thanks.
Yeah, and Patty, I'll just say too, when I started with doTERRA, I guess almost 7 years ago, I thought the same thing. Like I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to take, 10 to 12 pills a day? Like this doesn't make sense. Like I was always under the impression, don't take anything. You eat well, you're going to be good. But like Annabelle said, our food just doesn't have the nutrients. And when you start using these vitamins and supplements, because of the such a high absorbency rate. I mean, the lifelong vitality vitamins have over 94% absorbency into our body. Like that's just crazy because there is no vitamin out there that has that high absorbency. So you are absorbing those and it's doing what it needs to do for our body. And because these are whole food supplements, they're not harsh on our stomachs. There's tummy tamer blends. I mean, it's so they're so good for us. So I've even done like intermittent fasting where you don't eat until noon, and I was trying to lose some weight, and I still took my vitamins in the morning with my lemon water and was totally fine. Like I was a little bit scared. I was like, I'm gonna just try this, but I was in the same boat as you. But I think once you feel comfortable and know the products and understand where they're coming from and how like powerful and pure and natural they are, then you start to feel good taking them. And then once you see your body's response, then it's like, oh my gosh, like I can't live without it. I think if like one product I need to have from doTERRA, it would be the lifelong vitality. I just can't go a day without it.
Oh, okay. That's good
Yeah.
to know. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Sure.
Anyone else have a question or comment?
So I'm just going to quickly go over, most of you are members, but there are a few, 3 ways to purchase essential oils. You can do that retail, which, we wouldn't never recommend anyone here to do that because that's the most expensive way to purchase essential oils. Number 2, you can purchase them wholesale, which it's like you have your membership right now. So you've got a membership, you have access to all of doTERRA's products. And it's 25% below the retail. So it's a really great, great membership. And then there's the below wholesale, which is how me and Annabelle purchase our oils. And we'll talk about that later, but that's basically below wholesale. And one of the ways, below wholesale is you can start out with a kit. So there's a few kits on the far left. Bottom is the Healthy Start Kit. It's probably my favorite kit to get started with because it has the top 10 essential oils, and then it comes with a diffuser. Diffusing is so nice and so critical. Get rid of those, candles and, toxic scents into your home, and diffusing is awesome. It's very cost effective. So I love the top 10 kit, but there's other kits that doTERRA offers that, we would love to meet with you and understand, your personal goals and be able to help to find the best option for you. So that's our goal. I don't think I'm going to go through this. We talked about the health concerns. So those are the resources. So aromaticscience.com I referred to earlier is a great resource. There's a lot of science and studies on this website. You can search up like oregano and then find all those studies for that. There's a plethora of information. It's a really great site. And then of course, doTERRA.com where you can learn more. Sourcetoyou.com is a great website as well. So other than that, I mean, that's what we have today, and wanted to really just share Essential Oils 101 and then, immune support.
I also wanted to share quickly as a highlight product, past tense. And if you haven't used past tense before, I highly recommend. It's an inexpensive oil. Trying it out. Neck tension, shoulder tension, especially all this computer time, you can roll it on the neck and shoulder areas. I'm a Pilates instructor, and I will tell you, when we do a lot of planks and some of the heavier lifting stuff, and you have neck tightness or soreness, it is the best oil. And Debbie always swears, my stepmom always swears by it to help her calm down at night and sleep. And I haven't used it that way before, but I could see why, because it has lavender in it and some other herbs. But highly suggest putting pastils in your cart and giving it a shot. And I know we talked about those beadlets earlier, so it's always good to try some new stuff if you've been doing it for a while.
So before we end, we were just going to quickly go through some of the holiday products. There's some holiday products that are available starting November 2nd. It's usually November 1st, but because November 1st falls on a Sunday, doTERRA is opening that up November 2nd. So in case there's any questions, the customer service team is there to help. So I'm going to share my screen, Annabelle, just to go through what's available November 2nd, if that's okay.
That'd be great, because once it sells out, they're gone. And there's different dates, by the way, for different ones. So I'm really looking forward to, Tara's going to share, but the hot chocolate that's an adaptogen hot chocolate, which is a big deal. Adaptogens help our body to adapt, and it's chocolate. So that's awesome. And the cooking oils, but go ahead. I was just trying to explain my excitement on those two.
Yeah, I know those are exciting. So yeah, the first one is the adaptive calming bath oil. So that's super exciting. If any of you have tried the adaptive line, which is the calming blend, it has like lavender and wild orange, and it's very calming. I love this as a diffuser. So this one we can put in our bath, or just probably rub it, all over our bodies as well. The calming mist is not available until December 1st. So this is a spray adaptive, which I love because I don't know about, I've got 5 boys and I just feel like I can imagine myself just spraying this on them whenever they're like rowdy, and hopefully that would calm them down. So we'll see how that works. And then Annabelle, you were talking about the adaptogenic hot cocoa. So that's available November 2nd. And then this really pretty diffuser, it's like maybe something you can put in your bathroom, is available as well on November 2nd. What else? November 2nd, Holiday Joy and Holiday Peace. These are 2 great holiday blends. So these are nice to diffuse during the holiday season. They're very cinnamony and like just really just smells like the holidays, very comforting and warm oils. So you'll love that. Also November 2nd is this doTERRA Ancient Oils collection. So it's a combination of some ancient oils. I'll just go through them. It has myrrh, frankincense, galbanum, hyssop, cistus, and common myrtle. So these are all essential oils that were, way back in the past, like from the old days, that you can, try out and use. So that's November 1st. Also the lemon lime drop. So I did have a chance to try these last year at convention. I loved them. I'm a lemon person, so I love lemony things. So this is great to be able to have and just, suck on a candy, when you want something, like a candy-ish, like a hard candy. So that's the lemon lime drops. And then what else is November 2nd? I think that's everything. Oh, there's a holiday diffuser with peace that's available on November 2nd. So it looks like more of like a Asian theme, comes with the holiday peace blend. Also, the Together Touch blend is available on November 2nd. So there's also some oils that are available on December 1st. So the first one is the Personal Aroma, which is like a perfume. So that's really exciting. All natural perfume that you can just spray on you. And then this is a scarf with a diffusing scarf that's available November 16th.
A lot of these would also make amazing gifts, but I still use the holiday piece on my feet at the bottom of my feet at night. It helps me sleep better, just FYI. But I can't wait for the cooking ones to come out.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so there's There's a cuisine blend collection, which I'm super excited about, which is all about, cooking. So I think it's like a Mexican, a tropical, and I think an Italian. So they're different blends of, herbs and things that you could use in cooking. So I'm super excited about that. That is available December 1st. The lip gloss is available December 1st. And I know that usually sells out pretty quickly in the past. And then the Serenity Linen. Oh, did you want to add something?
Sorry, their lip stuff's always good. It sounds silly, but it usually has peppermint oil or something in it, and it's a good natural lip
plumper.
Yeah, and these, again, another gift too.
Last year I did take advantage of the Serenity Linen Mist. I love this one. This is available December 1st. I would recommend it. Serenity is the restful blend, which has lavender and like chamomile and vetiver, very calming oils. I love spraying this on my my bed sheets at night, my kids' bed. So it's a really nice one to have on hand. And then the calming mist will be available December 1st. So just keep in mind, like November 2nd, it's going to be pretty hectic online with doTERRA. So if you're interested in any of these, they sell out quickly. I would probably say the hot cocoa is going to sell out pretty quickly. So if you're interested in any of these, as soon as you wake up, I would get on the site and order what your favorites are. Because, I think we have a little bit of a better advantage because we're on the East Coast, because typically, the West Coast, by the time the afternoon hits, I feel like things just get sold out. That's what I've noticed in the past. So keep that in mind. I would, come to the site, between now and, the next couple days before November 2nd. I can't believe it's going to be November 2nd very soon, but check out this, click on some things, read a little bit more so when November 2nd comes, you'll know what you want to purchase. And again, these are limited time offering. They're not offered throughout the year. So it's just, during the holiday time. So keep that in mind.
So you purchase it different than like your LVP or what? I'm sorry, I don't know.
LRP.
LRP. Yeah.
You can add it to your LRP, but you'd have to check out immediately.
Okay.
They are limited items, and whenever they have a limited item, you put it in your cart and you check out right then and there. So you could still get points for it, but you'd have to check out right away. So I plan on getting probably, 3 bags of hot cocoa because I'm going to gift it too, but I'm going to make sure I get in on the 2nd early and put the things in that I want from the 2nd and check out. And then of course it won't show up the next month because it won't be available.
Oh, okay. So you should do it through your loyalty orders. Is that better,
and Patty,
right?
I don't know if you can see my screen, but
yeah, I can see it.
Here's my loyalty reward. Like this is my standing loyalty reward program. So like this is what I order pretty much every month, but you can do like create new LRP and it will create a separate one. So you can just get your holiday stuff, but then still get your points. So, still get all the perks of the LRP. And then what I do is like, I'll process it, November 2nd, a separate LRP, and then I'll go in the next day and just delete that LRP. So I don't get it again. I mean, because the limited offerings, they're not going to show up in your cart every month because it's only available immediately. It's not an issue, but I would just go back and cancel the LRP so you don't have to worry about it running again in December, if that makes sense. But you can always create a new LRP, like for any time, like there's BOGOs or like the holiday offerings. That way you keep your order where it is and you don't have to move it. Like you see, I've got the On Guard laundry detergent, my vitamins. I think I've got oregano and whatever I have in there, but that way it stays and it doesn't mess you up, if that makes sense.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. I didn't realize I could do that. So that's good.
Yes. Does anybody have any other questions?
Oh, I do have one more. Okay. This is a weird question.
Oh, I think you got muted. We can't hear you.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. Patty, we can't hear you if you're talking.
It's weird. I see her, but I don't know what happened.
If you want to text me, that's fine. just in case. But something happened to your connection, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, reach out. And anyone else have any questions?
I'm gonna put the registration for tomorrow night, my cooking class,
Yeah, you guys should check out.
on this chat.
Okay.
So if you guys want to copy that registration, and I'm going to also post it on our Facebook group, but register, you'll get an email with the Zoom details for tomorrow evening. Cooking with oils.
Patty.
Yeah.
Yep, you guys should definitely register. So thank you guys for watching. Patty, are you back on? I can't hear you. You're muted.
Okay, sorry about that. I think it's my Wi-Fi.
It's okay.
So I got the diffuser that at convention that I love, and it's the portable. It's the one that's wireless. I think it's called the Roam, maybe.
Perfect.
Okay, but I have trouble getting that thing on and off. Is there like a trick to it that I haven't figured
I
out?
don't have that one. Do you, Tara?
I have it, but I haven't used it yet because we're moving. So I have it in the box, waiting for it till I get to my new home. So I'm not sure what's the
It's hard to get the top part off to refill it. And I thought, well, there's got to be a trick that I have
maybe
not
twisting.
figured out.
Did you try twisting it?
Yeah, it doesn't really twist.
Not
It's
twist.
just awkward because it's bigger than my hand, so it's hard to twist it around. So I
Oh.
almost have to like peel it from the bottom, and I keep thinking that doesn't seem right because it's not easy, you know.
Yeah, that's something.
So-
It seems like there should be an easier way.
Yeah, and I've looked at the directions and I Googled it and tried all the different things, but it's okay. I'll figure it out. But I just thought maybe you guys had some trick that I missed.
I have one. I'll try it and see. I can report back to Annabelle, and then she can let you know.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Denise, did you get that one? I don't know if Denise.
Yes, I did. I got it.
Do you know what she's talking about?
No, I got no, it's not wireless one. It's the humidifier diffuser.
Oh, the humidifier.
Got it. You got the one I got. So I
Yeah.
would also call Patty. I would call them.
Oh, okay.
They have great customer service. So that way, do you like that? Do you like that one, by the way, Denise? Sorry to cut you off on that, Patty.
Oh, no, that's fine.
I do, but I don't know if maybe it's not big enough for my room.
Do you put it right by your bed?
I did just now, so hopefully it'll.
Yeah.
You know,
I
light
put
there.
it
I'm
right
thinking
by my bedside. Do that. It
But
should
then
be
it's close-
big. It's big enough for your room. I think it is, at least for mine.
But then it's close to my lamp, so I'm thinking maybe it's gonna mess with my lamp, you know.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Well, I
We'll
wouldn't
see.
put it directly underneath it.
Oh,
Right.
it's not.
Right.
it's
Like on the
inside it,
floor.
yeah, well, we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've only run it 2 days, so we'll see.
Okay, keep me posted. And Patty, let me know if you find something else about that, because that way I can pass that on if someone else has the same.
Yeah, I
question.
really like it. It's just awkward getting it on and off, you know, the thing to refill it. It's just kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe it's me. I don't know. I've tried everything. So I don't know.
Products, there's always something new to learn. So
Yeah.
I don't know either. I have the one, mine is portable, but it's called the Pilot, and it goes in my car, and all I have to do is press a button, and it only carries that much water in it anyway.
Oh.
So that's the one I have. That's portable.
Okay. Well, Tara, if you unpack yours and you notice
I will.
anything, let me know.
I will.
Good idea.
Oh.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. We appreciate it. We love having you guys here. It makes our job fun.
Yes. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Good
Thank
night.
you. I always learn something. So thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Good night.
Thanks,
night.
guys.
Good
Have a
night.
Good night.
Here.
Take care. Bye.